She see money all around me. I look like I'm the man. Yeah, but I was down and out like last week. Tell me, where have you been? Yeah, came out of hiding, girl. Don't act like I'm your man. You just a fan. You don't hold ring. Don't hold no ring. Yeah.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. So I know a lot of you all are going to be going to school, back to school next month, and I don't go back to school until September. But since I am going to be an upcoming senior, I decided that I can give some freshman advice. So that is what this video is going to be about today. So I have 20 tips that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, and I hope you all take these tips into consideration because these will help you during your freshman year. Alright, so my first piece of advice, do not slack off. Freshman year will be your easiest year, but you should not slack off because your grades will affect your GPA, and your GPA will show up in your transcripts, and that is what colleges look at. So you do not want to have a low GPA. Alright, my second piece of advice, get close with your teachers. Like, find time, to get to know them, talk to them. Teachers really like that and they'll appreciate that, and it's also good because when it's time for you to apply for college or you need college recommendations, you can go to your closest teachers and they'll be happy to do one for you. Alright, advice number 3. If you have sloppy handwriting, you need to fix that right away. If no human being on earth can read your handwriting, you will either get points taken off for the assignment or you will get a 0 for handing in chicken scratch. I cannot tell you how many people I've seen get lower grades because the teachers cannot understand their handwriting. Just fix your handwriting. It doesn't have to be neat or perfect, but just make it legible so the teachers can understand it. Alright, advice number 4. Try to exchange numbers with someone in your class in each of your classes, because this will help you if, like, you were to say miss a couple of days of school. You can just text them and be like, hey, what did you do in class today? I know I've done this before. And like your friends or whatever, they can catch you up so you won't get behind in class. Alright, tip or advice number 5. Try not to miss a lot of school or you will fall way behind, because in high school, you get like new assignments every single day. So if you miss a lot of school, the assignments will just pile on. And some teachers don't like to wait. They'll just put in 0, 0, 0, zeros if you don't have your assignments completed. So try not to miss a lot of school unless it's for emergencies or personal reasons or family reasons, stuff like that. Alright, tip number 6. If your school has a strict dress code, please, please, please follow it. You do not want to be that one kid that gets called out in the middle of everyone because you have on something that's inappropriate or you're not following the dress code. And that's going to be super embarrassing. And then like you're going to be in the office the first day of school, then they're going to be like, ooh, this person might be trouble throughout this school year. So you just don't want to have a bad first impression on your first day of school. Alright, tip or advice number 7. Bring some snacks to school, like to munch on throughout the day. Because for me, last year, my junior year, I had 5th lunch and 4th lunch, and they're like the last lunches. So I would get hungry or I would be starving because I didn't have any food or money to go to the vending machines. So yeah, either bring money or bring snacks to munch on if you like have the last lunch or whatever. Alright, tip number 8. This one is for girls only. So ladies, if you are on your period around the time where the first day of school is coming up, please do not wear white pants or anything white at that. You all should know this, but some people might do it. Please don't, because you don't want to have an accident and everybody be like, oh my god, she bleeding. Like, in high school, kids are still immature and stuff like that. So you don't want to be that person where everybody's pointing out and laughing. So yeah, try to go for the more darker colors if you're on your period, and bring an extra pair of undies. Alright, tip number 9. This is a funny one. So on your first day, try to like scope out the least used bathroom for poop emergencies, because it's gonna happen. Like, you may have to use do number 2 during school, even though you don't want to. It might happen. So try to find the least used bathroom where you have some peace and quiet to do your business. Unless someone has the same idea as you, then I don't know. Alright, tip number 10. Do not buy a lot of school supplies for high school. High school, they don't give out supply lists, so you're going to organize your school supplies and stuff yourself. You're gonna find your own style of how you learn and stuff like that, how you stay organized. So I recommend only getting like 2 good binders, depending on how many classes you have. Get like 2 good 2.5-inch binders, some paper, some pens, pencils, dividers, a few notebooks. Yeah, that's pretty much all you need. Do not come to school on the first day with a backpack full of unnecessary stuff, because you're gonna look so crazy. Alright, tip or advice number 11. Try to get close like this with your guidance counselor, because your guidance counselor will help you float your way through high school. Unless you have one like mine, where I only see them twice a year. The first time is to give me my schedule, and the second time is at the end of the year to ask me what classes I want to take the next year. Alright, tip or advice number 12. Try to get involved in some extracurricular activities, whether it's like clubs or sports, because this will help you meet a lot of new people, and some of the people you will become friends with throughout your whole high school career. So try to branch out and get exposed to new ideas and new things. Alright, tip number 13. This kind of ties along with tip number 12. But don't be shy. Like, be the person that says hey to everyone, or hi. Have a good first impression on people, and branch out. Even if you're not in classes with your friends, branch out, make new ones, get introduced to new people. Like, it's gonna help. It's gonna be for the better. It's gonna help you a lot throughout high school if you know how to talk to people, know how to approach people. It's also a good strategy for a real world. Like, you're gonna have to talk to a lot of new people throughout your whole life. So just don't be shy, or that person that's in the back of the class not talking to anyone. Just be yourself and branch out and meet new people. Alright, tip number 14. Don't let your friends define who you are. So if you are someone and you hang out with a group of friends that does things that you personally don't like to do, don't let them peer pressure you into doing those things. If they don't accept you for who you are, then they're not your real friends. Alright, tip number 15. This will save your life. So you all probably know about QUIZLET. QUIZLET has helped me study for like almost every single test or quiz. Like vocab quizzes for English and stuff, just put it in the QUIZLET. If you get study guides, and sometimes study guides are basically the test in most cases, just put those into QUIZLET. Study, study, study. You can study while you're on the bus, you can study while you're in the shower, you can study while you're doing the dishes. But QUIZLET will save your life. And then you can like search up any QUIZLETs for like your classes, and there'll be hundreds of thousands of quizzes that people have already made. I made a lot, and they've like helped me basically get A's on my quizzes and tests, because I like study them over and over and over until I memorize them. So yeah, use QUIZLET. Tip number 16. I personally wish I would have done this. I sometimes still don't do it because you don't want to be that person that looks dumb in the class. But if you don't understand anything, please ask the teacher. Please, please, please ask the teacher. I've gotten better with this. Like, I ask the teacher about everything if I don't understand it, especially in math. But ask your teacher. You don't want to be that person that's struggling with something because you don't understand it. Or meet your teacher before class or after class if you feel like you're going to be embarrassed if you ask a certain question in class. Alright, tip number 18. Join academic clubs and start to volunteer. I say volunteer because this will look good on college applications. High school is going to be all about your college apps and what you can do to make them look better. So volunteer, get involved in academic clubs, and document these things. Like for my school, I'm in a few clubs and we have to get service hours, so I probably have a ton of hours right now, being that I'm a senior and I've been doing this since I was a freshman. Alright, tip or piece of advice number 18. So one test does not define who you are. If you do bad on a test, oh well, suck it up. You cannot go pouting or crying because you did awful on a test, because there will be plenty more. Just prepare yourself better, study harder, work harder, try to take better notes, try to focus more in class. If you do these things, you'll get better test grades, but don't sit around and pout just because you did terrible on one test. Alright, advice number 19. Do not, please do not cram before a big test. Try to spread out your studying time. This will help because your brain will start to memorize, and like I said, use QUIZLET. Your brain will start to work better. You can study, then have a day of rest, study, rest. But do not study the night before, because you will learn nothing and you're gonna be super tired the day of the test and you're probably gonna fail. Alright, this is my last tip. Tip number 20. Balance your schoolwork and homework with the rest of your life. Do not be like me and skip my homework to go hang out with friends and then come home. I have to clean up, bathe. I'll sit on my phone, be lazy, and then I'll be up all night doing the freaking assignment, and I wake up in the morning drained, and the assignment is probably not even that good and I probably won't get a good grade on it. So don't do that. Make sure your schoolwork comes first. Make sure you get your work done before you go hang out. Try to have a schedule and set specific times where you will do your work. Give yourself a reward. It can be watching TV, hanging out with friends, getting onto your phone. Let me add something. While you're studying, try not to be distracted by your phone. I know this will probably be hard, but just try to get in the habit of turning your phone off while you are doing your work. Alright guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. These are some of the tips that I wanted to share with you from my experience of high school, and I hope these will help you. High school will fly by really fast, and it will be like that just before you know it. You'll be looking for colleges and stuff like that. So have fun. With that being said, make sure you thumbs up this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos.
Stay on my mind.